Welcome to Preamp version 2. Now it's had a bit of a facelift, but more importantly there's lots of new features and some big changes in a lot of the modules, so let's get stuck into it. Okay, well the preamp section is where we get to start having some fun. Now this area here largely determines the type of gain and the amount of gain that your amp will have. One of the coolest things is that you can change the tubes simply by clicking on them. But then you also have the choice of completely changing the type of preamp. You've got two EQ blocks that you simply drag down onto the signal chain when you need to use them. And you've also now got an RTA, real-time analyzer. Basically that's a visual way to be able to see if there's any really loud frequencies in your signal that might need your attention. The tone stack is where your amp gets most of its personality from, and it has a lot to do with the interaction of the 3-band EQ. Imagine taking your favorite Fender combo, like maybe a 65 Deluxe, and then taking a tone stack from something like a Vox Top Boost and swapping them over. It'd be pretty interesting. As the name suggests, the power amp is where you get all your volume and your noise from, but it's also another place in the circuit that you can use to either make your sound cleaner or dirtier. And as with the preamp section, you can try different tubes just by clicking on them. You also have a choice of different power amp types, just like with the preamp. So let's check out some sounds from the Crunch module. Transformer is a really interesting part of the amp circuit. It's where we get to use our favorite muso terms like spongy, loose, tight. All of these things refer to the feel of an amp, which is basically the compression. So we can adjust that straight up with the hard or soft switch. The other thing to check out here is the transformer itself. So you've got 3 different styles to choose from, and they all have very different EQ characteristics. You can also change the tube, which will give you a very different type of compression. Much spongier on that setting there. That's the kind of tube you're more likely to find in a Fender combo. One of the most awesome things about Preamp version 2 is a new partnership with the mighty Celestion speakers. So you now have genuine Celestion IRs that cover almost every one of their classic speaker types. So that's a real quick summary of what's new in BiasAmp version 2. It's a huge update. If you haven't already checked it out, go have a look at positivegrid.com. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time.